Hello, back again. Today is day 12. We have rabbits, which I've actually already exposed them to this because I had that rabbit fur squeaky toy that I used. So we're gonna use a different scent today, but we're still gonna follow the curriculum and still do the rabbit, but we're gonna introduce a bonus scent today. So our bonus scent today is actually liquid smoke. I just put it on a cotton swab here, and then I put it in a container so that it can kind of sit, and the scent is really interesting. If you ever watch a candle and you can watch the smoke go up, when the wind blows, it blows it off, but it's not like a straight line. It kind of like flutters in the wind, and as scent expands, it forms outwards in a cone. So the source will be here, and then the scent will spread out this way downwind. That's how dogs will hunt, is they'll go from one edge of the scent to the other scent, and then they'll keep tracking it back and forth until they get to the source. It's really interesting if you watch them hunt. So, since I have Epic sitting right here next to me, you see my little Mercy May got a haircut. She looks great today. Not quite getting that roning yet, but you can kind of see it in her toes, and her paw pads are almost completely filled in today. Still has that very sooty looking nose. All right, so we're gonna do our rabbit first. It'll actually be interesting because they've already smelled it, to see if they have the same reaction or if they have a new reaction. Hi, I know. I am not mama. Well, I am, but I don't have I don't have any milk. I'm done with that. Put in my time 16 years ago. Oh, wow. Oof. Okay. What was you thinking about that, huh? What did you think about that? Let's see. I'm gonna introduce the new scent. Totally different reaction to that. Alright, good girl. I can't wait for their eyes and their ears to start opening. So excited. It's getting close. Mercy's mom actually had a litter a little bit ahead of her, so hers are already 2 weeks old, and theirs aren't quite open yet, so we're kind of watching because we'll be right behind them. Oh, good girl. All right, she has already nursed. I went ahead and got this because it's a very, very tiny Dremel. And what I wanted to do with this was start introducing them to the vibration, because we're gonna probably start needing face trims sometime next week. You can kind of hear that. I'm gonna turn it on a lower setting. Oh, that was the lower setting. Okay, so that's as low as it goes, but hopefully it'll be so gentle that it won't bother them. I'm gonna touch their feet, get them used to having that vibration on their toes. This will help desensitize them to noise and vibration. By the time they start actually to hear it, they'll be already used to the vibrations. Off, thank you. All right, that was wonderful. You did great. Good. Hopefully that's good news for our grooming later. But I'm not opposed to setting my dogs up for success and not for failure. Oh my God, that face. Look at that cute face. I know a lot of this white is probably going to fill in, but I love that he has this beautiful open white blaze. Kind of hope it stays like that, but my luck with markings has not been great. Every dog I've gotten so far, if I loved the markings that they had as a puppy, 9 times out of 10, they all changed. All right, introduce our liquid smoke. Oh, he likes that. By the way, if you have a finicky dog, you know, dog that doesn't necessarily like their kibble, sometimes you can put a couple of drops of liquid smoke in their dog food and stir it around really good so that scent really mixes in. It's not going to hurt them. It's just going to be enough to put that smell into the dog food, and it'll actually entice them to eat sometimes. Saw that trick one time and I went ahead and got some because I was feeding a different food then, and the dogs didn't really enjoy it. So I tried that trick and it does work, but I did end up switching the food. So I figure if they don't like it, they don't like it. I'm not going to force them to eat it, but I also just didn't like the food that I was feeding at that time. Found something better. I don't like how long it takes for that to turn on sometimes. Are you swimming? Touch your feet. Good boy. Now I already did their nails earlier today because it's a lot easier to do it with a baby nail clipper at this age, but I only did those front feet. I think he's starting to be able to hear because he almost flinched at that noise. Oh, good boy. They're so tolerant. I love that. All right, I got one more little party boy, and then I got to get my buff. And here's my little extra. He's got a nice face too. A little bit more pinched right there at the bridge of his muzzle. But it's just the pattern. He's just got more of a pronounced mask over his eyes. All right. Introduce our rabbit. He's like, I think I've smelled this before. Yep, you have. This should be a new scent. Whoa. There we go. I love seeing their expressions when they experience something new for the first time. Good job, buddy. He was really interested in that. Oh, the puppy breath. You're killing me. Absolutely killing me with the puppy breath. I'm in absolute heaven. I have had puppy fever for over a year. It's been driving me crazy. And I'm finally got my babies. I was hoping for Opal babies, but Opal's been stubborn. So I got Mercy babies. always have the TV on because it's noise desensitization. So I start off with like really soft kid stuff, and then I gradually move into, you know, action movies with explosions and things like that, so they can get those loud booms and startling noises. Good job, buddy. Because in general, the pet homes that you send these puppies home to, you know, they may have kids. They may watch kid movies. And then when the kids go to sleep at night, they may turn on something more adult, and you don't want them to be shocked in a new environment. So I try to set them up so that they have a little bit of that familiarity before they even go home. And it's not going to be that shocking to them. You know, the only thing I really don't have access to is livestock. So if somebody has a dog going to a farm or something, I can introduce them to scents like this, and they might be able to pick up on those and feel like they have a sense of home. But even things like the vacuum cleaner or the washer and dryer or the hair dryer, all those noises, they have to get exposed to at some point, or it's going to terrify them the first time they hear it. And if they experience that during a fear period, which they will come up on at about 8 weeks old, is when they hit their first one. They have 3 fear periods, one at 8 to 10 weeks, one at 6 to 8 months, and one at 12 to 18 months. And they can imprint on certain events during those periods, and that can cause reactivity and fear for the rest of their lives, and it can lead to behavior issues. So we try to expose them to as much as we can in those first 12 weeks of life, so that we can manage their expectations of what life is going to be like for them. So I take them to dog shows, I take them to the pet store, I take them to my vet. You know, I try to take them to the park at least once before they leave me. I try to do it in a way where they're not exposed to disease and parasites, but I do try to make sure that they get that exposure. They need to see people, they need to smell things, they need to hear things. Good boy. All right. You did great, Token. I love this boy. He's so cute. I just love his face. All his little wrinkles are already showing. He's so adorable. Alrighty, well that is all for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.